Hi, I'm Javier Ayala, and you're with the Fighter's Voice.
Time for some action. It's 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 time for some action.
This I know. I know you're an American mixed martial artist, currently competing in Bellator's heavyweight division, representing Porterville, California, at the only age of 28 years of age. Mr. Eye Candy, you're creating a big buzz in the heavyweight division by winning your last two fights by spectacular fashion by way of knockout in the first round. Javi, where do you get your speed and power from?
You know what? I think growing up, I've always been bigger, and then I've had smaller cousins. All my friends have been smaller guys, so when we play sports, I gotta try to keep up with them. Even though I'm double their size, I had to do my best to keep up with them. It got me faster, and then working with my trainers, Jim and Cenas, with my boxing has got my hands super fast. Crew from One Kicks in Visalia, he's been working with me a lot. I've been getting so much speed ever since I started going over there when I started at CBCA in Porterville.
Do you still remember your first professional fight?
Yes, I remember it. I fought, I think his name was Gary LaFranchi at Eagle Mountain Casino. I remember when I was getting ready in the back, I kept telling myself, like, man, why are you doing this? You could really get hurt.
Oh, you were telling yourself?
Yeah, I was telling myself that in my head. I was like, man, why are you doing this? You could really get hurt. Is it worth it? And then I went out and won in 30 seconds, and then I realized, yeah, it's all worth it.
Yeah,
let's go again.
Let's go again. You answered your own questions. Now, how'd you get started in MMA?
You know what? I wrestled since I was younger, and I wrestled, and I liked competitive sports. And then one day I was playing flag football, because I play flag football on the weekends. And,
so you are light on your feet then?
Yeah. I really like, for a big guy,
yeah.
I'm surprisingly light. There's been times where guys at my work, they try to question that we race in the parking lot for money on foot. We do little foot races.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I started taking everybody's money.
Oh, there you go. It's better than knocking them out in the parking lot,
yeah,
right?
True.
So tell us about that story.
Well, and then when I was playing flag football, I had a buddy who has been fighting for a long time, and he told me, he's like, hey, you want to check it out? And so I swung by his gym. I started working out. I started kind of falling in love with it, and eventually it grew onto me. And they asked me, "Hey, you want to fight?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know." And
how old were you then when he asked you?
I think I was like 20.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And so I said, "Yeah." And then I stepped in there, and sure enough, I won in 30 seconds. I don't even think I got hit.
That's right.
And after that, I fell in love with it.
Now, you know, right off the bat, I got to ask you about this nickname, Eye Candy. Where did that come from? You know, we even allowed to say it. It's like I feel like if I call you Eye Candy, you know, I better put my guard up on you or something. You know, talk to us about that nickname.
You know what? It's a funny story. I think I was getting ready for like my 4th professional fight, and I was at the Palace, and they were
with Richard Goodman.
Yeah, with Richard. And I was in the back, and they asked me, "Hey, you got a nickname?" I was like, "No, I don't." And one of my trainers at the time, he's like, "Yeah, you do." I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "It's Eye Candy. You walk around the gym saying you're the best looking thing around." I'm like, no, it's not it. And then all of a sudden they're introducing me in the cage, and they're like, Javi Eye Candy Ayala. I was like, oh man, I guess I gotta stick it. I can go with it now.
How was the crowd's response? They seem to pick that up, huh?
Yeah, everyone seems to like it. You know what I mean? A lot of people started using little emojis about it. You know, the little eyeball, little sucker.
When you received that call that you're fighting Roy Nelson, what was going through your whole mind frame? What were you thinking, man, once you put that phone down?
Well, you know what? I was actually getting ready for another fight. I had another fight booked.
Okay.
And so they called me. They're like, "Hey, would you be willing to fight Roy in September? You won't fight coming up, but you'll fight in September." And right when they said that, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You know, it's a big opportunity. He's a big name. I go out there and I do great against him. It just throws my name way more up there."
Yeah.
And you know, I like a challenge. I like fighting guys that are gonna push me to be better.
Yeah. Now, is that fight scheduled for 3 rounds or 5 rounds?
3 rounds.
3 rounds. Okay. Now, when you received that news, who was the first person you informed?
Well, my cousin Joe was right next to me.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, we just got done working out.
What did he say? Do it. Do it. Come on.
Like, yeah. And then right after that, I called my wife. My wife's she's one of my biggest supporters.
That's good.
So I called her, and she's like, "You know what? If you think you could do it, do it." And I was like, "Yeah."
Now I want to ask you, what's your whole take on an MMA fighter taking on a boxer? What's your take on that?
I see it like there's different angles, Yeah, I mean, both have their pros, both have their cons against each other. A boxer, I feel, is more stationary, where MMA, you kind of got to move around a lot more.
Right.
You got to protect yourself a lot more. You got
More to think
kicks.
about.
Yeah, you got kicks, knees, elbows coming out. So it's just completely different. You know, there's times where I boxed against boxers, like straight. We only did boxing, but I use my MMA style boxing, and
Yeah.
I destroy them. But there's times where some other boxers get the best of me. But it varies.
Let me ask you this. Would you take on the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, or even Wilder? Would you take him on if you got the call in a boxing match?
Yeah, I would. You know what I mean? I'm up for a challenge. I'll fight Mike Tyson if they wanted me to.
I like that. They got guts and glory. So how would you prepare yourself? That transition. You got the call right now today. They said, you know what? I like this guy. This guy has 2 first-round knockouts, 3 because he just knocked out Roy. I want to put him in the boxing ring. The heavyweight champion of the world calls you out. Would you take that fight?
Yeah, I would. I would take it. I would have to build up the cardio on my shoulders. I know it's a lot more punches.
Yeah.
And you throw probably 100 times more punches than you would in an MMA match. But I'd be totally down to do it.
No, that's good because that's the fighter in you. That's the correct answer. I've talked to different martial arts and boxers, and the MMA guys are quick to say, yeah, I'll do it. And yet the boxers are kind of hesitant and walking into the cage. Oh, what's your take on that? What's the whole reasoning behind that?
I think it's something new. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm up for any kind of challenge, and I know a lot of guys they're not for that. You know what I mean? Especially a lot of guys don't like getting kicked. A lot of guys don't like getting kneed, getting another guy on top of them just beating them up. So it's a whole different kind of feeling.
A question from Alex Huerta.
Javier, what is your greatest strength, and how do you apply that to your professional fights?
Javier, what is your greatest strength and how do you apply it to your professional fights?
I think it's my mental toughness. You know what I mean? I go in there, and I tell myself, you know what, you ain't gonna give up. You got a wife and kids that need some food. You got your kids need some shoes. Let's go out there. And I also think that's what helps me get the courage to get in the cage, because honestly, it's nerve-wracking to get in that cage. But I think about my wife, I think about my kids, and it's like, okay, you know what, you got to do this. Let's go.
Oh, we got another question, Scotty?
We have Isaac Ruiz.
Isaac Reese.
Said, Richard, you should trade hats with Javi. We know he bleeds blue.
Oh, that's what's up.
no.
That's what's up right there.
I mean,
I'll gladly give you my Dodger hat,
Oh,
Javi.
that's you guys are all bad.
There we go.
That's the one I'm taking right there, the Giants.
There we go. I like that right there, man. Hey, that means he's watching. He's paying attention.
He's been wanting me to do my fight shorts, blue and white too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, blue and white,
Well, I
or
think-
blue and gold for his Rams. I told him, nah, forget
Oh.
that.
I want to ask you this now. If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be?
Probably Tupac's death.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow. There you go. There you go. So that way he can rap when you come in the cage. Huh?
Yeah, he'll be walking out with me instead of Justin Bieber, huh?
I heard that. Now here's a deep one. We'll come back to this one. I'm gonna change this one up a little bit. If you had the chance to fight anybody in the sport right now, who would it be? Anybody?
Probably Wolverine.
Ooh, okay.
You know, I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Him and Mark Hunt. You know what I mean? All these.
Oh,
guys,
I love Mark Hunt.
Yeah,
man.
all these guys are big names, heavy hitters. You know what I mean? I would love to fight any one of them.
How do you see that fight taking place? What would be your strategy?
I don't know.
He's
He's
pretty well-rounded, yeah.
That's something I had to go over with my coaches with.
There you go. This is a common question that I ask most of the guests, but I want to see what their take is on this. If you could ask God a question, what would it be?
Why do we gotta go so soon? You know what I mean? Why
Yeah.
we have a lot to accomplish. You know what I mean? Why do kids pass away? You know what I mean? They have a lot to live for.
Yeah, that's a deep question. Deep answer. Great answer. Real quick, rap music or country music?
I used to be a big fan of only rap, but
You gotta
now
think about that.
I'm country, dude.
Oh man, bro. Okay, no, that's cool. That's okay. Don't start fist pumping here. Okay, old school or today's music?
Old school.
That's right. That's right. We agree on that. So, what's gonna be your walkout song come September?
It's Post Malone. Congratulations.
Oh, you got it all set now.
Yeah, I have that one set already. It kind of reminds me of myself. You know, growing up, I was always a heavier set kid, always chubbier, and people would be like the song says, everyone said you wouldn't make it, but now they're telling you congratulations.
Oh, that's what's up right there. Oh, that's a great song to put together with your bio and the whole journey that you want to accomplish. Tell us real quick in 15 seconds, what do you want to accomplish as a Bellator heavyweight?
I want to win that belt. That's I want that gold around my waist. I want my kids to be able to carry that belt around, and I want to dominate. I want to defend that belt numerous times.
Time for some action.